Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY, and you can find show notes, if there are any, on knitsup.libsyn.com. You can also find information about my projects on my projects page on Ravelry. Again, I'm Knitter CNY, that's for Central New York. I'm trying a little bit of a different setup today. You probably won't notice much difference because I bought a little mini heavy duty tripod, so maybe that'll keep the phone a little better. And also, I am doing this on my phone in selfie mode landscape now. So maybe I won't be so up and down now. Pardon me, my hair is wet. I just got out of the shower. The thing I'm wearing is a really old, all acrylic sweater. And this is something I made years and years ago. It's from a book from Homespun, Lion Brand Homespun. There's some little cables on it. The yarn color is probably discontinued. It's one of the striping colorways that they had. And I've made blankets out of Homespun. I've got another sweater on the needles that's also out of Homespun. But this is one that's done really well. It got killed in the dryer. When you kill acrylic, it stretches, but for some reason this was grabby. It's pilled a little bit underneath here, but you can hardly tell. I wear it to work. I wear it on the weekend. It looks fancy. I wear a tank top underneath it. If you are looking for, something that kind of feels like a sweatshirt, you can throw in the washer, you can throw in the dryer. It's readily available, really simple. I think it was, this is definitely pieced together. It's just a drop shoulder. Drop shoulder means this part is pretty straight, and then you just knit the sleeves off of it. This is so old that Joann's was still in our local mall at that point, and it was downstairs. So anyways, I babbled on long enough about that. I've got a few things I've been working on. We're going to make this relatively short because I bought a couple of things and I've got plans for other things. One thing I've been working on this week is a pair of 6-ply Regia socks. This is the colorway. Woohoo! If you're interested. This is how it's working up so far. I did ribbing, and then I'm doing, and of course now I find, see that? See that? A stitch I didn't pick up. But that can be fixed. Actually, that can be fixed right here because I'm going to put my needle through it and kind of keep that, and I'll just use a small crochet hook and ladder that right up and we'll be good. But it's making a really cute pattern. I'm using a 52 stitch sock. Regia does put out a, and there's another one on this side. Holy cats, what was I thinking? So apparently I've been really, really bad at this. I think I transferred needles at some point or was working on this at night and wasn't really paying attention, because if you see, these drop stitches are on either side. That's why the light of day is good for things like this. I'm getting the natural light from outside. It's about 1:05 on a Sunday afternoon. The colors are really crisp. Good light. So, and I'm doing that on a 2.25, a 2.5 needle, I think. Let's look. And of course I can't see it. Yes, it's a 2.5 3mm needle. I think it's a Knitter's Pride Nova Platina. The other thing I've been working on is a blanket. You've seen this before, only smaller. This is the I think it's called the Comfort Blanket, but it's on Bernat's website. It goes with the Bernat pop yarn, and that's what I've been doing. I started this New Year's Eve. It goes, you start with a chain in the middle and then do granny stitch around it. I threw in some other colors, but mostly it's blue. And now I've got this bit left. I am using a Clover Comfort Hook H 5.0 millimeters. Sorry, I can't read backwards. This has been really good. The hook is really nice. You can kind of see how that looks. Pretty cool. It works really well. I am not a great crocheter, but I think I got through that much yesterday while I was just sitting around watching TV. It's not super cold here this weekend. It's in the 30s and 40s, so that's helpful. I also found a bunch of other yarn that I'll be using to make another blanket. And of course, I've bought yarn to make a blanket. I think the next one is going to be pink and purple. So I've got this whole bag of scraps. I've got this, which is left over from the Full Spectrum yarn, but it also matches the pink that's in the lipstick on your collar. And then I've got a skein of, I think it's like violet or something like that. I've got the label in here. Let's look. It is Scarlet Sizzle. Not even close. But again, that's the yarn Bernat Pop. And that is Scarlet Sizzle. So all of those colors will go really well together. I'm trying to sort of make a charity blanket-ish. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. My dad already has a blanket at the nursing home, so I don't need to worry about that. I've also picked up this week in our local dollar store, they had Premier Flowers yarn. It's kind of weird. It's got these weird little things, I guess, on it. It's got like a chainette kind of a thing, and then it's got, okay, so it's got the main black yarn, and then it's got like a chainette strand with these little weird flowers in it, basically. You can make a pattern like that. I think I'm just going to do a regular pattern. It was $1. It was something that I'd walked past in AC Moore a whole bunch of times going, that looks really stupid. I'm not going to buy it. But for $1, I'll buy it. And then the other thing I've gotten, let's find the project. You saw this a while ago. This is the Premier Yarns DIY gradient kit. It comes with 5 different skeins. This is the darkest one down here. This is the medium, well, the next bright, and then it goes this one, this one, this one. But you get 5 little skeins. They're 40 grams a piece, so that comes out to 72 yards, 66 meters each. Comes out to about 360 yards, 330 meters each. So I think I can get 2 hats out of this. I started the gradient hat. It's on Premier Yarns website. There's 3 different sizes, and I used size 6, which is 4.0 millimeter needles for the ribbing in the darkest color, and then I switched to a size 7 because my row gauge was really, really super small. This is showing more blue than it is. It's really, really purple. But purples can kind of look blue in the light. It'll look really cool. You do basically a ribbing, a stockinette, and then you do like 1 row of ribbing and then stockinette between the sections. So there's like these little blips of color right there. It's hard to see, but there's a whole bunch of patterns. If you look here, there's like a baby sweater that's very much like the tulips pattern. This is the hat I'm doing. There's mittens, there's this, there's whatever, garland, and a wall hanging. This is 100% acrylic. It works out pretty well. It's been really nice to work with. It's anti-pilling yarn, but I think I started this today, and it's only 1 o'clock, and I've already gotten through one section. So those color changes kind of make it nice. But I will have enough yarn left over to do a second one. The other thing that I also bought this week is a kit. Sorry for the crinkling. This is the Kirshner's Irish Linen Handkerchief Kit. Somebody was selling it on Etsy. I don't know if Kirshner still puts this out, but DMC is the cotton thread, and that's the cat who's now annoyed. But it gives you 3 linen cotton handkerchiefs. You can kind of see on this edge, they have little holes in them. And you basically use a very small steel crochet hook, pick those up, and you do an edging around the handkerchiefs. The reason why I got this is I have a friend whose sister is going to be getting married in the summer. And I thought, you know, it would be nice to have something that's kind of personal to give her. She's getting married, I think, in August. And I don't want to do a huge blanket. That doesn't make any sense. They already, you know, they already have households, so it's not like, but I thought this would be nice because, you know, you always need that something blue, and a nice little blue linen handkerchief. And I thought I would do the pink and the white ones for if there's other people in the wedding party, or maybe, you know, my friend who is the sister and then her mom, to kind of give it as a family present. And it's not going to take a lot of time. All the materials are here. I have a mini crochet hook set that I bought years ago from Tuesday Morning. That's a boy interchangeable steel crochet hook set that is normally about $20 or $30, and I bought it, I think, for $6. So I'll get to try that out and report that. But this kit, I think with the shipping, was less than $12 or something like that. So it's a bit unusual, but I thought, why not? So that's what I'm working on. Everything's in a bin on my couch. I'm trying to do that. That isn't saying that there's not a pile of bags that are by my recliner that have a whole bunch of projects in them that I need to get back to, like a blanket, crocheted blanket, a sweater in the homespun that's in the petunia stripes, that's a cardigan that all I have to finish is 2 sleeves and a button band. It's not going to take that long. But it's what I feel like knitting now or crocheting now. I'm not that monogamous of a knitter or a crocheter. You probably noticed that. I keep playing with my hair. That's annoying. If you guys can show me what you're working on, post some project pictures, post something in the threads, make a comment, do anything. I think probably in the next few weeks I'm going to be going through my stash and trying to find things that I can put out there in the world that are not, you know, for like charity knitting. I'm trying to separate the acrylics. I seem to want to do some acrylic knitting. A few years ago I had a friend that did a whole bunch of crocheting and knitting during Lent. And I think it was mostly crocheting because it was easy, and she did blankets for like Project Linus. And I thought that might be kind of nice. So that's all I've got here, kids. I hope you have a great week. Go craft. And for everybody who's with the budget shutdown, I'm so sorry. I have relatives and friends that are in the military, and one of them works for the VA hospital as a civilian, and they're considered essential personnel. They have to go to work. They don't get paid. I'm not happy about that situation. I've written to my Senate message to my senator today. I would encourage you to also contact your congressmen and senators and let them know if you want the government shut down. My take on it was it doesn't do anybody any good to really shut down the government. It's not doing a whole lot besides creating hardship